Good game, tough loss, who cares? Most importantly, appreciate you all letting the locker room be tonight. Everybody's pretty emotional about the tragedy with Kobe, and all of us know what a great player he was, but he went beyond great playing. He was a competitor that goes unmatched, and it's what made him as a player so attractive to everybody, that focus, that competitiveness, that will to win. And even more importantly than that, we all feel a deep sense of loss for what he meant to all of us in so many ways, and so many millions of people loved him for so many different reasons. It's just a tragic thing that there are no words that can describe how everybody feels about it. So we all think about the family and the process that they're going to be going through now. That's where all our thoughts should be.
A tragedy has befallen the world of basketball. Earlier today, at the age of 41, Kobe Bryant was killed in a helicopter crash. In 20 seasons with the Lakers, Kobe was a 17-time All-Star, 2-time NBA Finals MVP, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and 5-time NBA champion. The NBA and the game of basketball will mourn this loss together. Please join us in a moment of silence for Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Mamba.
All right, so obviously we were going to start the show off by talking about the Super Bowl coming up. I messaged you earlier today. We're like, hey, let's get on and talk Super Bowl and then some other things. Jason's out in the Reedy race.
Yeah, we're like, perfect. Jason doesn't have to be on.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And then,
you're welcome, listeners.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then,
unless the people that want to hear about RC stuff.
Yeah, sorry. Well, should I put this under chaos then? Because today is complete chaos, to be honest with you.
Well, it's still RIP Network, right? It's still
right,
like
the RIP Network.
Logo.
I like that, RIP Network. And then Jason messages in the chat with a link to a TMZ article that Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter accident.
Which I clicked on and then did the, 404 link not available, whatever that is. I'm like, okay, that's
what it did
bullshit.
to me. Right.
Right.
Yep. It did that to me, and then I backed out and just double checked again. Like I clicked on it again, and then it said TMZ. It came up TMZ, and it said experiencing difficulties. So then right away I was like, they were hacked. Like something happened, they were hacked. It just, I couldn't believe the news. So I Googled the name. I Googled Kobe Bryant quick, and actually nothing showed up at the main topic right away. Like, how it shows the Twitter.
Sure. Yeah.
When you Google somebody's name, it'll show on Twitter if anybody's talking about them. And they were just talking about the LeBron passing Kobe last night.
Right. Because ironically, that literally just happened.
So then that's when I jumped into the chat and was like, fake, it's,
sure.
It's not real.
I saw that broken link and I'm like, okay, well, this is bullshit.
Yep. So then I go on Twitter, because I always go on Twitter to check to see what's trending. And actually, Twitter wasn't even loading. Like, I was hitting the trending topic, and it would just sit there. It wasn't doing anything. So I would imagine everybody was checking Twitter at the same time. And it was hanging up. And I'm like, man. So after about a minute, not even a minute, maybe 30 seconds, it came on, and Kobe Bryant was trending. And I'm like, oh, no. Check it. And, saw some of the ABC News reporting it, New York Post. I was like, Jesus.
Unbelievable.
I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it right away. I still was holding out that, maybe TMZ was hacked because I still couldn't get into the link.
Sure.
And, wow, tragic news.
Unreal.
And then the stories were like all 4 daughters were on board. And I was like, man. But, and it turns out one of his daughters, he was going to the basketball game for his daughter, Gianna.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so now it just came out because they said originally, 5 people passed away. Now there's 9 total. We still don't know the names of the other people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. 9 on the helicopter. Oh,
Yep.
wow.
So that's counting the pilot.
That's the first I ever heard that.
Yeah. And somebody was hiking the hills there in that area, and they said they saw the helicopter come down at a high rate of speed and it was kind of out of control. I guess I would imagine, and somebody mentioned this on Twitter that was a pilot, I guess, the rear rotor, the tail rotor, probably gave out. And once those things give out, they're pretty much impossible to land. I didn't notice. I thought they could still kind of navigate with that, but this guy on Twitter was saying that you can't even. They just start spinning. The thing just starts spinning out of control.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the reports are.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I guess some of the newer helicopters, from what they were talking about, from what I was reading, some of the real new ones don't even have that anymore. They have some kind of engine back there that controls all that. But I'm not certain, not certain on that, but that's the rumors at this time. But yeah, I was completely blown away. Big, me, Lakers fan forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
and the fact that he was, a product of Pennsylvania, it's like,
yeah, I know. And
kind of take pride in that,
Yeah. Lower Marion High School.
Played like big games out of Pottsville, which is
crazy to think about.
Half hour for me, so it's like
right down the road. And I didn't know nothing about him back then. It would have been really cool to watch him play.
Yeah, really.
Like I just don't. I'm not into that, high school sports that much to really know that. Hey, Kobe Bryant he's going to come right out of high school to the NBA is unreal. And he was right down the road. What, an hour and a half? Not even.
Yeah, right.
And you can go on YouTube and watch his basketball. There's somebody has up there a basketball game, Lower Marion. I want to say they played Hazleton at one time, and it's up on YouTube. But yeah, crazy. I see on the news people are gathering at Lower Marion right now, and
oh shit,
have a memorial set up for him.
So people are at Staples Center, even though they have like the Grammys tonight or whatever. Is that the Grammys or Gold Globes? I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is.
I don't know which one.
One of those shows that'll just be a pro-liberal. Here's my message to everybody. Bullshit.
Right. Well, I don't know. Now a lot of things are going to change with that, but
yeah. Ricky Gervais, dude.
Yeah, I did see that. His opening.
You saw that, right?
Yeah, I did.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a shock. Not only to the sports world, just all over. I mean, it's just crazy. And then to lose his daughter in it too is just can't imagine.
And I just think like he was very much in the sports news world yesterday because LeBron passed him in points.
Yep.
It's like, holy shit.
Now I had the Lakers game on last night watching it, and I didn't see Kobe there unless I missed him, but I didn't see him there. But I saw his tweet right after LeBron passed it, or after LeBron passed his record.
Right.
Kobe tweeted out, hey, congratulations, and that was his last tweet. It's really weird.
Yeah, that's.
But
it's crazy.
I remember seeing his first game. Like, I had the NBA ticket back then, and I would watch every single game. And I remember his first game ever, and as I was watching him play, it was like just unbelievable. He's making shots like you would not believe, like throughout his career. And it's like as you're watching him, you're just like, I was thinking midway through his career, I'm like, this has to be the best Laker ever. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody like him. The will to win was just unreal. I mean, it was. I don't think I've ever seen that passion from anybody like that. I mean, it was just, what do they call it? The Mamba mentality. But,
Yep.
I mean, no matter what the Lakers were down, if they were down in a game, you just, Kobe was out for blood, and you just never felt like they were ever going to be totally out of it.
Right, because of the fact that, well, still got Kobe.
Yeah. And Phil Jackson back then, Shaq. I mean, it was just
murderer's row.
It had to be, because I was watching the Lakers back since '83, and I was 10 years old at the time, and I was watching them. That's crazy. I remember people ask me how did you become the, everybody expects you to live in Pennsylvania, you like the 76ers and all this sort of stuff.
I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
So
because I like some odd teams that are nowhere close to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like PA teams. I'm just not in.
We can both agree on that.
So in '83, I was 10 years old. A kid in school just made me a bet. He's like, "Hey, I'll bet you chocolate milk that the 76ers win." That's seriously how it went down. A good friend of mine, Eric Alley, he made the bet with me, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll take the Lakers, not even knowing who the hell the Lakers were or anything.
Right.
And so I started following. I would check the paper to see if the Lakers won during our bet. I would check it out on the news, the TV, whatever. And that's how I started following the Lakers from there on. They didn't win, so I owed them a chocolate milk because they didn't win the series.
Damn.
And ever since then, I was just a Laker fan. I just followed them all the way through. And, Magic, Kareem, James Worthy was like one of my favorite players.
Now, as a kid, I like when did they go their first three-peat? Was like mid to late 80s, right? James Worthy, Magic, Kareem, Pat Riley.
Three-peat?
Didn't they three-peat back in the 80s?
Well, no, 87 was...
No, they went back-to-back.
Back-to-back, yeah. Because
potential three-peat should have been.
Right, yeah.
Right. I remember watching those NBA championships and cheering for them. Not
for them. You just wanted to see the back-to-back, or...
I was just... I didn't really have a team in basketball because didn't really interest me that much, but I do remember cheering for them because they were fucking awesome to watch. Shit.
So 87 and then 88, the back-to-back years. And it was like the first time anybody did it in like, I forget, like 16 years or something like that. So it was a big deal to go back to back.
Yeah.
And now it seems like teams do it, and it's like, they do three-peats. It's like nothing.
It's like almost expected, maybe.
Yeah.
How when Kobe got drafted, how were the Lakers? I don't remember because like I said, basketball just really didn't have a team to cheer for at that point. Were they kind of in the dumps or?
Yeah, they weren't. Man, I don't know what the record would have been in 96, 95. Because don't forget.
I don't remember when he was drafted.
What? 1996. Yep. Originally drafted by Charlotte Hornets.
What draft pick?
Pick 13.
Pick 13. Okay.
Yep. By Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, so you're not like dumpster, first pick or whatever. So you have a mid pack, if you will.
Yeah, I think everybody was kind of
right, dude. Charlotte Hornets forgot about that.
Yeah.
Shit.
But the rumor was like, even when he was drafted, like, okay, well, the Hornets got him, but he's going to the Lakers because Jerry West is trying to make a deal here right now. Because Jerry West was watching him through high school. And Jerry West knew what he wanted Kobe. And I think Charlotte was like willing to give him up because they're like, well, he's a high school kid. He was a lot of these teams didn't really know much,
Yeah.
They didn't know what they were going to get, and Jerry West did. So, let me look up that draft year because I forget who was.
It'd be interesting to see who's ahead of him.
Who went ahead of Kobe. Be interesting to go back and watch this. It's got to be on YouTube. Oh, well, Jesus. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Let me pull this up. Okay, the number 1 pick in the 1996 NBA draft goes to the 76ers with Allen Iverson.
No kidding. I didn't realize that.
No.
AI.
So we had AI, number 1. 2 was Marcus Camby. Another good pick.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. What was he, Massachusetts?
Yep, UMass. Yep.
Yeah. Who picked him? Nets?
Toronto.
Oh, Toronto. Marcus Camby. I haven't heard that name in ages.
3rd pick went to Vancouver. They got Sharif Abdul
Rahim.
Number 4, Stephon Marbury. Went to Milwaukee.
Oh, snap, dude. Starberry.
Man, this draft class was loaded.
That was yeah.
5th pick went to Minnesota, and they took Ray Allen.
Where'd Ray Allen go to school?
UConn.
Okay.
6th pick, Boston, Antoine Walker. Kentucky.
Okay.
7th pick, Clippers got Lorenzen Wright. Sorry.
I'd have to say a bust because I really don't remember him one bit. Who was after that?
So then 8th pick went to the Nets with Kerry Kittles.
Kittles, shit.
9th pick, Dallas, Samaki Walker.
I remember that name, but
Yep.
I didn't do a whole hell of a lot.
Eric Dampier went 10th to Indiana. 11th pick, Golden State. They missed out on Kobe Bryant. They picked Todd Fuller. Todd Fuller.
Wow.
12th pick, I'm not even going to try and pronounce.
Who was your scout, Golden State? Good Lord.
Let's see, Todd Fuller. Let's click on this dude here. He was a center. He was standing 6'11" from Fayetteville,
I'm not even
North
lying.
Carolina.
I don't even know that name for real.
They don't even have a picture of him in here.
Oh my god!
When you click on the name here, it usually shows a picture right next to his name. They have nothing,
Yeah,
just a profile of a
man.
player. Oh man. Okay, so Todd Fuller, Golden State. Okay, Golden State.
Damn.
And then 12th pick went to Cleveland. I can't even pronounce the last name, so I the full name I can't even pronounce it. So let's see where he's from. Ukraine.
I was gonna say Euro guy.
Potapenko.
Shit.
Potapenko. Vitaly Potapenko.
Yeah, so they got him from. It's not like he was a Ukraine guy that went to college in the States. They literally drafted him from.
Yeah, I
overseas.
don't know. I don't think he
Yeah.
doesn't have anything next to his name. And then 13th pick went to Charlotte Hornets, Kobe Bryant.
Damn. So what transaction went there?
And then
what transaction?
Yeah, let's
did
see.
that that whole trade deal. That's interesting. Go back and.
I know it involved Lottie Divac, but I'm not sure if it.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Lottie.
I know. And Laker fans were kind of shocked at the time. I remember when they were like, "We're giving up Divac
for this high school kid that's unproven."
Well, I was, I didn't know of Kobe Bryant either. I didn't know nothing about him coming out of high school.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, well, Jerry West must know something because he's a genius.
Sure.
And, he's an awesome GM. So they showed the highlights, and I was excited for it. I saw the highlights. I'm like, damn, this dude, looks good, man. And we'll see what he does. But let's see what the deal was here again. Vlade Divac.
Fucking Vlade, dude.
I thought here we go. Wow. So Charlotte Hornets drafted Kobe Bryant, right? Immediately after the draft, Dave Cohen's expressed that the Hornets had no use for Kobe. Dave Cohen's
that's bold, bro.
Player personnel
Damn.
of Charlotte Hornets. 15 days later, okay, so it was 15 days later, West traded his starting center, Vlade Divac, to the Hornets for Kobe Bryant. So
that was it, straight up. That's it.
Yep. That's
player for player.
What I thought it was something else also.
So they just, not to interrupt, but I'm interrupting. They just did a quick tribute on the screen on the Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay.
It was like a graphic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought that would be at the beginning, but
yeah.
And I thought there was another player involved in that trade, but I guess not.
Vlade.
Yeah, terrible news though, man. Oh man,
it's still unreal.
And yeah, and he just
crazy.
started. I just read an article the other day because he started this thing in Los Angeles called the Mamba Academy, and it's
I remember. I don't know details about it, but I just remember he was, he's doing something
for the community and for kids.
Something, right.
Yeah, awesome facility. You could Google it and see all the photos and
shame.
He just had like a camp going on there right now, and he had a bunch of players show up, to show the kids things and how to play basketball, do certain moves and stuff. And
right.
Yeah, and that was just like 3 days ago. I saw that on YouTube. So yeah, things can change in an instant. That's for sure. And he was known to travel from his house to to like Staples Center and stuff by helicopter because of the traffic. I mean,
right.
Traffic
it's just the best form of traffic. Yeah.
Right. And if you could afford
short distance, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can afford it, why not?
You're that baller, absolutely.
So.
Man, oh man, oh man.
But you never know. I mean, things.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, feel bad. I mean, 13-year-old daughter.
And then it was like, it took. God, I bet it took almost an hour to get the report that his daughter was in the crash too.
Yeah,
died in the crash. Like, fuck. And then you've seen clips of, whether it was like them courtside or in his home gym. And I think on SportsCenter they're showing clips of her actual games, like
her fadeaways.
You could just see, this is
Kobe-esque.
Female version of Kobe coming up here.
Yeah,
it's just unfucking real.
Yeah, Kobe was just telling a story recently on Jimmy Kimmel's show about he'll have friends say, "Hey, you need to, keep having more kids and try for a boy. We need a Kobe out there." And his daughter said, "No, I got this. I got it. Don't worry."
Damn.
So she had plans on going a lot further for sure.
Yeah. Fucking tragedy.
Other notable names in that draft, like Steve Nash.
Dang, really?
Yeah, he went.
What number?
15th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Suns drafted, right?
Yep, Phoenix.
Speaking of, you see, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Arizona Cardinals, Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Like some kind of ownership stakes in the Suns.
Yeah, that's right. NBA. Yeah, first NFL player to do that.
I thought it was second.
Oh, was it?
I thought there was anher player that.
Don't correct me on my show.
No, I don't know, but I just remember yes, he's the second NFL athlete to.
Wonder who the first was.
Suns. Yeah.
Jermaine O'Neal, 17th. That's another.
I remember Jermaine O'Neal.
Man.
We're Dallas, I want to say.
He was drafted by Portland.
Okay.
And then I think he went to a few other teams there. Let's see.
As I was going around
Portland, Indiana, Miami, Boston, Phoenix, Golden State.
Jesus, Alexa Bliss, bro.
Almost 20 years.
As I was going through my Instagram and stuff, I found it. I was shocked. I followed Damian Lillard, who's an Adidas athlete. So yeah, but he posted photos, had a heartfelt message and shit. But he had, like photos. I guess it just seems so long ago that Kobe played. I guess that's what's in my mind. Like, man, Kobe didn't play forever.
Right.
And Dame still seems like a young dude to me. So it's like, I saw the pictures he posted of them playing against each other. I'm like, holy shit, they played against each other? How long ago did he retire? Like, it was less than 5, I guess, now that I think about it, right?
Well, yeah, 4 years ago.
It's crazy. Wow. Oh, I just don't. It's weird. It seems much longer than that.
Longer,
I don't. Yeah.
I'm just looking down this draft list. Derek Fisher at number 24 to the Lakers.
Yo, your lottery guys at Royal Rumble.
Front row.
Front row. Derek Fisher.
Yeah, that was a loaded draft class, though. Jeez.
I'll say, yeah.
You don't get too many drafts like that where you get down into the.
Yeah, you're talking past 15 with some like.
Yeah, Steve Nash at 15,
Dude,
Jermaine O'Neal 17.
Players that had longevity.
Derek Fisher 24th. He was big for the Lakers.
He's a stud. Lakers guy. Was he a lefty? He shoot lefty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think
I don't
could shoot both, but I think primarily lefty.
I never really had like this is my basketball team. But I'm very well versed in sports, so I'll pull shit like that. Like, just like envisioning Derek Fisher, I'm like, I think he shot lefty. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. I remember back in the day I had it was probably my early maybe teen years. Because we had a basketball hoop at our house, and I remember having a Spurs basketball. That was all David Robinson, though.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
I remember I used to paint my RC car bodies yellow and purple. That's how much of a Laker fan
Yeah, I'll say.
I am.
Because that color scheme, there's only so far those colors will take you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I was all Lakers, man. High school.
And
if I wasn't wearing a Trinity shirt, I was wearing a Lakers shirt. So
Molly Holly in the Women's Royal Rumble at number 3. Are you watching right now?
I have it on. I might be a little bit behind you, apparently. So
I got that on my one TV, and the other TV I have Kingsman movie. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so then like when I was like doing my when I actually raced RC cars, many of the races, like back in school, all we did all summer is race all summer long, and many of those trips were down south, Carolinas, Florida, Georgia, blah blah blah. But for some reason, I was like, a lot of the races were at King, which is close enough to Charlotte. So I was rocking I remember a Charlotte Hornets hat. Plus, Charlotte had the colors were cool.
Yeah,
the logo was cool.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
So I rocked a Charlotte Hornets hat there for a while.
A lot of those starter jackets went around back then with the Charlotte Hornets.
Iconic. Yeah, man. Larry Johnson and Alonzo
Mourning.
There's some studs. They were great in NBA Jam TE.
Oh, definitely.
That was a great team.
Yep. Absolutely. Damn.
But yeah, I saw. Let's see. So they actually played 2 games tonight, 2 NBA games, and the one they did like a moment of silence before the game. Actually, there might have been more than 2. I can't remember. And then the other game, the opening tip off, team that got the tip off, ran out the shot clock, which was a 24-second shot clock, Kobe's number. Mm-hmm. So they took 24-second violation, and then the other team took the ball down past half court, and they took a 24-second violation as well.
Yeah.
So that's how two of those games started out.
Yeah, that was really cool to see.
Who's the young kid on the Hawks? Trae Young, is it?
I believe you're right, sir.
So he actually wore number 8 tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool that they let him do that.
Yeah, they showed, I think it was on Instagram, I saw him and his mom hugging it out for like a good 30 seconds before the game, and then after that I saw, once he took off his warm-up stuff to reveal that he was wearing the number 8.
Kobe, the only NBA player, and I didn't know this until I read it today, that had 2 numbers retired, number 8 and 24.
I know exactly where you're going with that. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Because I
didn't realize he was the only player. I was like, oh, wow.
I'm sure not many players switch up numbers.
I'm still not sure why he switched though. I never.
Yeah, that's.
I never understood that. I don't know. I mean, there was a reason behind it, but I don't think I really got the story on that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's going to 24. Okay.
Yep. Don't know. The only other person I know of that did that was that fraud Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Went to 45 or something like that.
Yep. Because he was 2-3 and then 4-5.
I don't know if Kobe switched after, all that controversy that went down with him. And
yes.
I think it might have been right after that.
Yeah, I think.
After Denver.
That whole deal that hopefully Jason now is a little more lenient on bringing that shit up.
Yeah.
So rude.
So yeah, I think it was just sort of like a new me type thing, and
hey,
just
I'm not the same guy.
Yeah.
Look, I changed my number.
But I don't know.
Breaking news. Mm-hmm. You'll hear it here first before you can actually find the results.
Well, I will be. The people listening won't hear it till another day. Well, they have already heard about it.
No, but if you want to find the results on Live RC, you're just not going to be able to find it, or anywhere for that matter.
Oh, that's true.
Ryan Mayfield won the race.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
I think we'll give away some Ryan Mayfield stuff. I have still have a body here of his and some tires autographed.
Yeah, that's breaking news from.
All right, congratulations, Ryan.
Jason Rona. Oh yeah, you didn't even view our message.
No, I didn't.
Right after you sent me the password.
Oh, okay.
He said Mayfield just won it.
Sweet.
How about I thought the signing for Dakota Fenn, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. Kind of caught me by surprise. And then whatever was at the CRC, that Midwest Championship.
Yeah.
Like his first race, he absolutely killed it.
Well, that's because of the tires.
Obviously. It's not just
the body, the tires.
Coincidence. Come on. Come on, people.
The logo.
Even with a TLR car, he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. That's our RC segment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, me and you and I talked about doing just a random podcast at some point here. Talk about some football and whatnot. And then the whole Kobe tragedy hit, and it was like,
yeah. And all day I just been watching stuff on it. Like I was just watching YouTube and all. Man, it's just crazy. Rest in paradise, Kobe, for sure.
Yeah,
and his daughter. God, too young, 13.
Unbelievable.
I'm shocked. So I got my Kobe Bryant jersey out. I have it here.
Oh snap! What number? 2-4?
Yep.
You got 8.
Okay. I have a 2-4. I think Carrie said she bought that off you at a few years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's right.
So I have that out. I got my Lakers gear. Then I have photos up in my house here of Kobe, and Shaq and Kobe going up against LeBron when LeBron was with Cleveland.
Man,
I'll post
Shaq.
some of those photos on Facebook.
I saw Shaq send a tweet out and some photos. I'd be curious to see like his first his first interview after this whole thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure that'll be emotional as hell.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna lie, watching some of those videos and tributes and shit, dude, I shed some tears, dude. That was some shit.
Oh yeah, same here, man. I was just like choked up
It's like
today.
losing a legend, man.
Yep. Terrible. Well, like I said, rest in paradise, and we got all these memories to look back on. So
yeah, how many years he play? 20 or very close to 20, right?
20.
Man, at that level, and then LeBron, Jesus, it's crazy. I think LeBron's as old as he is.
Yeah, I know. It's just
he said the other day, like, or maybe even today, like, God, he can hardly walk.
Yeah. Well, I was watching him last night. It looks like he's definitely slowed down, and I'm like, man, he's struggling to get up and down that court a little bit. Unless he was just, taking it easy. I don't know, but yeah, it's hard to believe. I mean, when did he come into the league?
Oh, Jesus. I'd be guessing. I'm trying to think.
Let's see who was in that draft class, too.
That'd be a good one, too. Yo, Manny Rose, good Lord. No, that's Liv Tyler.
2003.
Jesus. Oh, 3. Yo, that amazing picture from the draft with a flip phone.
Man.
LeBron with a flip phone and like a baggy ass suit.
Yeah, LeBron James, of course, number 1 pick. Second, Darko.
Shit, I forgot about that dude.
Darko Malik. I can't even pronounce the last name. From Siberia. Or Serbia. Sorry, Siberia.
Those were Russians, yo.
He went to the Detroit Pistons at number 2. And number 3,
Jesus.
Carmelo Anthony.
Melo.
3rd to the Denver Nuggets.
How about that comeback? Jesus. Man, I'll tell you what. There's a dude, I don't even know how you explain it. That guy fell from grace. Like, it's kind of hard to watch, too. Like, shit, man. Because he was such a stud, and it was just like, went to a team, got released. Nobody wanted to sign it. Like, what?
Still in the league.
It's crazy.
I saw him the other night. He was calling for the ball. He's like, give me the ball, give me the ball. He shoots a 3, makes it. It's like, damn. So Carmelo's still going at. Chris Bosh was 4th.
Holy shit. Where did Bosh go to college?
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Ramblin' wreck.
And then Dwayne Wade was right after him. 5th.
Who drafted Bosh? Where did Toronto?
Toronto Raptors, yep.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to think where the Heat got him from.
And then Dwayne Wade.
All those guys were in the same draft. I had no idea.
Yep. So that number 2 pick, I had Darko. So you had LeBron James, Darko, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and then Chris Kaman was 6th. Captain Kaman. Remember him?
Huh.
Went to the Lakers there for a while. Let me see any other names in here I recognize.
Are you watching the Royal Rumble?
No, I'm not looking at it right now. So I'm behind you anyway. So spoiler alert.
Yo, hilarious.
Man,
Anyways.
Nobody else in this draft that man, this was a bad draft.
Really? So after that was it? Because there were some big names there.
I mean,
holy shit!
Yeah, right off the top, and then it kind of. I mean, you have Jerome Beasley.
Where did D Wade go to college? I'm not even sure. He went to
Marquette.
Marquette
Came out as a junior.
Marquette. That's like Steph Curry. Steph Curry went to freaking Davidson.
So you had LeBron James coming out of St. Mary High School.
Yeah, was he officially the last player drafted out of high school?
Man, I believe so.
I think he might have been.
When was Garnett drafted? That's a good question too, because he was out of high school.
I don't know. Yeah. Shoot.
Let's see. Carmelo Anthony. Syracuse freshman. He came out as a freshman.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, because he won it. Yeah, because my brother was always a huge Syracuse fan.
Oh yeah.
Jim Boeheim, huge Orange Man fan. Orange Man, and Carmelo. They finally won NCAA championship under Carmelo, and I think at some point he made the statement like, I'm coming back. And then he declared for the draft. It was like almost like a shot to the gut.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So did you find Kevin Garnett?
Yeah, so after that draft, after the 2003 draft, after the fifth pick, it kind of fell off the board. Let's see. Kevin Garnett. This is fun looking back on this.
I don't know if I realized he was out of high school.
Oh, God, yeah. I knew. So he was 1995.
Holy crap, dude.
I know. I didn't realize
7 years before LeBron.
Good Lord.
Shit.
And he retired when? Not too long ago, right? So he played a long time.
Yeah, he did.
God damn, this is cool. Let's see.
Damn.
This is cool for us.
Right.
Some of the listeners are like,
yo, where'd Spud Webb go to college, bro? How about, yeah.
all right, so
Vince Carter, dude.
Yeah, we'll look him up.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, what'd you just post the other day?
Best dunker to play the game.
Yeah. I was like, Spud Webb says hi.
Didn't he? He actually won the dunk contest that year, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's crazy. And you look back, it's like, bro, that was not, I mean.
Yeah, he didn't do anything wild or anything.
He literally just dunked it.
That's all it took because he was 5 foot. So.
Right. Yeah.
Kevin Garnett went fifth. And he was, he was right out of high school from Chicago, Farragut Academy High School.
And where did he get drafted? Garnett went to.
He went fifth to the Minnesota
Timberwolves.
Yep, Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Let's see how long he played. There really was nobody in that draft. Oh my God. Where's this stat? I have to look this up. Well, I mean, the first pick was Joe Smith, Antonio McDyess. Oh, okay. My apologies. Jerry Stackhouse was third.
Yo, Stackhouse out of UNC.
To the 76ers. And then Rasheed Wallace.
Was Rasheed out of UNC too?
Rasheed, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They both came out as sophomores.
Yeah. They had a team.
I didn't know this. Rasheed went to the Bullets. I always just remember him on the Blazers, and he was.
Rasheed.
God, that dude would give me fits all the time, man. Freaking Lakers.
He was aggressive as shit, man. He played tough.
Oh, that dude was a beast. And Damian Stoudemire at seventh went to the Raptors.
There's a pull. I forgot about that name.
So Theo Ratliff, 18th. Michael Finley, he was good.
Finley, I remember Finley. Suns? I remember him from the Suns.
Wow. Yeah, Michael Finley, Suns, from the Lakers. Lakers gave him that pick.
Wow. Okay.
He was like a James Worthy type dude, Michael Finley.
Yeah.
Had the same goggles on and everything. I was always like, oh man, I wish the Lakers would have got him because he looks like James Worthy.
Specs, dude.
So, well, there's our NBA, but yeah, sad day in the NBA in the sports world. But,
yeah. Still hard to believe.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'll be watching stuff all week on it. So
some guy that fucking young.
And had so much, like doing so much with the community.
He didn't just retire and all right, I'm out.
Yeah. He was trying to, do good things in the community for the kids. And then, just businesses, running businesses, investments, and all sorts of stuff. He was just trying to. It's just terrible, but.
Yeah. kind of like pass on the legacy, or just share the wealth of knowledge.
All right, so we'll move on to
let's move on to your San Francisco football 49ers.
about it. Congratulations.
Dude. Unbelievable.
I mean, the fastest turnaround. Like, what was the record last year?
And I have two 49er podcasts I listen to that are like, and one of them is a very good insider. And I can, when I watch the pressers, I can hear when he's at every presser, and I know his voice that, he has very good access and he has all the good question shit. But so Shanahan's first year, it would have been John Lynch and Shanahan, their first year. They started out the year 8 straight losses. This would have been 17. So 8 straight losses, and I think they went on to win 6. Following year, of course, this year Jimmy G blew out his ACL.
Yep.
Ironically, against the Chiefs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And you know what? I didn't remember what team it was against. And then I was, just of watching all the coverage. It was against the Chiefs. They went 4-12 last year.
That's it. Wow.
4-12.
Who was the backup?
So they were second. They were second in the draft last year. They were second pick. Number 1 pick was the Arizona Cardinals. And the Arizona Cardinals actually beat the Niners twice last year. So it was and I guess in their defense, there was about 5 games that were super close. So their first backup was CJ Beathard out of Iowa.
Okay.
Teammates to George Kittle, best player in the NFL. But I'm trying to remember what happened, if the fact that he just didn't perform and Nick Mullins got a shot.
Oh, Big Dick Mullins.
And Big Dick Nick. And I'll tell you what, once Nick Mullins got in there and proved himself, he didn't relinquish that spot at all. Because he played pretty damn good.
Yeah, I remember thinking, do we have a QB controversy here?
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure he was undrafted pickup, and man, he took full advantage of that opportunity, man. It was pretty awesome to watch. And then, a good Niners, I won't say always drafted good, but they're pretty damn good at drafts. And they had last year, obviously they had a great draft class, and man, I cannot believe the turnaround. If at the point they were 8-0 to start the season, I would have said, they not likely, but like they could have lost their next 8 games and they would have went 500. Going 500 was a victory for me with my expectations.
Wow.
Especially coming off a 4-12 season. Like, how can you predict a 13-3 season?
You can't.
Now, if they go on to, I'm trying to think, if they go on to win the Super Bowl, I think it would be the biggest, the biggest turnaround in NFL history.
From one year to the next.
Pretty much. I mean, I don't want to count the chickens before they're hatched, but eggs. But man, I'm glued to like social media and all the sports shows and shit, and the expert listen to all the thoughts, and and everybody's just Jimmy G's getting zero respect. None. Now, yeah. I'm not going to say he's not Aaron Rodgers. He didn't prove that yet. But by no means is he a slouch. But man, he is getting like they're just shitting on him. Like,
Yeah, because they're saying, "Oh, he's just handed it off. He's not."
Yeah.
passing.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to. Like that last game, they didn't need to pass. It's like stop the
It's short.
Stop
it's
us
short
from
memory.
running. Yeah.
Yeah. It's short memory because middle of the season, if we don't have Jimmy G, we're not winning a lot of them games.
Mhm.
The Saints game was an absolute shootout, 48-46.
Mm.
I think he put up 404 TDs. Like, it was just straight offensive attack, and Jimmy G killed it. He has some dumb interceptions now and again, takes some dumb sacks, but you also got to remember he only started like 25 games, as a starter.
Mm.
So I'm sure that's all in due time. But yeah, the last two, the playoff games, obviously I think Garoppolo maybe 15 passes against the Vikings. He had a little over 100 yards, and then against Green Bay he had 8 attempts. He went 6 for 8. But like you said, if
they didn't need to.
If the other team can't stop the run, why would you stop running?
Kyle's not going to stop doing it.
You
run it right
you
down
melt
the
the clock,
Yep.
and you're successful. Stop it. Stop the run. All right, then we'll throw.
Yeah, he can throw. That's not an issue. If he needs to throw, he can throw it.
Yep, you're right. It's just, but people, they just
can't believe you bastards.
They remember what happened last week, Yeah, for real. Thanks for that, Patriots. Thanks, Bill.
Thank Robert Kraft for that. He forced Bill to trade Jimmy.
Yeah, pretty much.
But Bill did Jimmy a favor by sending him to San Fran.
What he was told,
he could have shipped them off to he could have shipped them off to Cleveland or something, at that time.
Sure.
But he was going to do it.
But let's see. I mean, they lost 3 games. First loss was against Seattle at Niners, which was a tough one. And that was a field goal victory. And then lost to the Ravens. Actually, the Seahawks loss was in overtime. As time's running out. Now I'm going to get my games confused. Yeah, the Ravens game didn't go to OT. But, as time's expiring, they lose to Seahawks. And that was with a very deplenished, like we didn't have Staley or McGlinchey, I think, at that point. Maybe Juszczyk. But we didn't have Robbie Gould. Picked up some, I'll just say some kid, kind of off the street. I think he hit 3 or 4 field goals, and he missed an opportunity. He hit a game, basically a field goal to go into overtime with no time on the clock. So he was able to get the Niners OT, and then he did have a shot to win it in OT, and he shanked it. That was his only missed field goal. But like I said, that one hurt. Baltimore, all the hype. Lamar Jackson, rainy game in Baltimore, and they beat us by 3 with a long Justin Tucker field goal, which that guy's automatic.
Yeah.
But tough games, close. First game against the Rams blew them out, who was the defending NFC champions. And that was early in the year, and I was like, wow, I can't believe the Niners just did that to the Rams,
20-7.
They're pretty hyped up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that score doesn't indicate how big of a blowout it was. Some other big game. Oh, the Saints game, bro. The Saints game was crazy. And then actually down the stretch, they had Green Bay, Saints, and Baltimore all in a row, which I don't know what stats, obviously the record books are, he broke this record, blah, blah, blah. But apparently it was like the hardest 3 games of.
Yeah, that was a tough stretch.
Based on their records, the hardest 3 consecutive games in any schedule ever.
That's right.
Because they were all stud teams. Absolutely waxed Green Bay at home. Aaron Rodgers had 104, which just doesn't happen. So completely wax them. Second game is was the second game against Baltimore?
Yeah,
Now
Baltimore. I have it in front
Baltimore.
of me here. Yep.
Okay,
So you guys beat Green Bay.
Beat Green Bay
37-8
at home. Absolute destruction.
And then you went to Baltimore, lost 17-20.
Yep. And then
the Saints. A victory.
That game was crazy.
48-46.
Watching that game, I'm just like, I know our defense is better in this, but they just kept scoring, and we just kept scoring. It was. If you're a football fan, that game was amazing to watch.
If you're a fan of offense, shootout, yeah.
Huge, big. I think it was a 4th and 3 at the end of the game for the Niners. A choice route for Kittle. Probably, all the videos I see, probably the biggest play besides the Week 17 stop against Seattle. The Kittle, where he goes for 20 or 30 yards with a guy on his back, face masking him, and 2 other guys trying to bring him down. That was just, it was unbelievable. It was that play was Kittle personified. That's how this guy plays. And even if you're not a fan, you hate the Niners. Kittle is just one guy that, how can you hate him? Like
awesome.
Gronk.
Yeah, he's like
how
Gronk.
can you hate that guy?
Yep.
Because he's not a dickhead. He's not arrogant. He doesn't have an ego. He's fun. He plays hard. He's amazing. He's just really something else. And pulled out that victory. Had a couple other close ones. I know Arizona game was close. Actually, our had a practice squad running back come in on that second Arizona game, and his touchdown out of the backfield won it for us.
Well, after the Saints game that you guys win 48-46, you go to Atlanta.
Okay. Oh, only that,
you didn't go to Atlanta. That was at home.
Niners.
Yeah, and you lose that game 22-29.
But it was before that, Carolina. We played Carolina week, I don't know, 5-ish, maybe 6, 7. I forget when it was.
Week 8. Yep.
Week 8. Okay, there you go. Week 8. Oh, this is the biggest test for the Niners. Every game, as the Niners are, increasing that winning streak. Oh, this is going to be the biggest test for them.
That was that was the true test right there, Carolina.
It was Carolina.
Yeah, week
for
8.
Real, yeah. I believe it was at Carolina. Am I wrong about that? No, that was on the road.
That was at San Fran.
That was at San Fran.
No, week 8.
Because remember they had the throwback all whites. And they absolutely
killed them. I mean, it wasn't even
blew Carolina out of the water.
51-13.
And even in that loss, they still McCaffrey. That was the biggest rushing against them all year. McCaffrey still went for 130, I think, on them. But other than that, nothing happened. And that was, dude. I just saw the highlight the other day, and it was the first time I saw it in a while. Bosa, unimpeded running to sack whatever the hell his name is, back up for the Panthers. He tries to float it over Bosa. He gets up there and picks it off in the backfield, and almost he's 7 yards short of a pick six.
Right.
I'm this guy's different, dude. Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
And then earlier than that, you had the Skins game. It was an ugly win, but it was a win. It was all
the weather was insane.
Rain, mud. It was all field goals, but it was
9-0.
Just another. It was a different game. It was a different. They found a different way to win it.
It's good to win games like that.
And that's one thing Shanahan preached, in his all his speeches in the locker room. Well, I didn't think we'd be able to find another way to win it, but we did. It was every game was like that. Mm-hmm. Now back to play Atlanta at home, and at that point, it's this should be a layup. Atlanta sucked this year, looking really good. We have at that point 2 losses. Like the season's panning out. This should be a W, and then we have a couple more tough games. And man, Atlanta just wasn't having any of it. And we just couldn't get shit done against them, man. And I remember there was another game, came down to the wire. The last possession for the Falcons was a reviewed. It was called it was called a touchdown on the field, but they reviewed it, and the guy didn't have. He had one hand on the ball, but it was on top of the ball, palming it. But that ball was on the ground, so it was not considered a catch. Next play was Julio Jones caught it, was hit right at the goal line. Didn't look like he was in, and they called it no touchdown. But then when they went to review it, he broke the play, and it was like, oh my God, we just lost to Atlanta. And then ensuing kickoff was, I think there was 2 seconds left. So they score a touchdown, extra point, 2 seconds left, kick it off. And at that point, it's like, all right, this return has to be, the silly game of laterals across the field and dumb shit. And the Falcons ended up getting the ball and scoring a touchdown at the end. So after that was like, Niners lost to this, shitty Falcons team, and Falcons, scored. Well, they didn't kick an extra point, so they scored most amount of points. They scored 13 points in 2 seconds. Was the stat line, because that's what was on the clock.
Yeah.
Oh my God! If you didn't watch this game, you would think, how are you scoring that many points in 2 seconds?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a rough one, because that should have made the end of the season that much easier. Now, if you have that in front of you, what do you got after? Yeah, after the Falcons, I think it's like what?
Then you play the Rams at home.
Rams, which was a tough one.
Yeah, 34-31, Niners win.
Rams played way tougher. Followed by Seahawks, I think,
at
week 17.
Seattle. Yep.
Seahawks at Seattle. Whoever wins this game, at that point, tied records, I believe. And
pretty much control of first place then?
Yeah. If the Niners win, obviously first place in the NFC, home field advantage, bye week. If the Niners would have lost that game, they would have been the 5th seed.
That was crazy. I remember saying that to you. I'm like, if you guys lose this, you're going to drop 4 positions?
Yeah, like that's some shit, man. That's one thing that's really. I mean, I know it's based on number 1 seed of each division, but that's a hard pill to swallow. That potentially could have been a 12-4 team as a 5th seed going to play an Eagles team that had 10 wins. Like, but that's just the way it goes, and.
Yeah, and you guys pulled that one out 26-21.
As much as I wouldn't have minded to go to Philly and beat him, but man, it proved to be that number 1 seed. Yeah, the bye week was absolutely huge.
That's huge
for the Niners. Dude. Huge. And I think every team, but because Baltimore won their first game, Chiefs won their first game. Who the heck? No.
What are you talking about? Playoffs?
I'm trying to think of the talking about playoffs.
Baltimore had a bye week.
The four teams that had bye weeks.
Yeah. Oh, you mean okay? So yeah. Baltimore
Packers.
lost.
So Baltimore actually lost after their bye week. They were the only team to lose after their bye week.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, man, that put a smile on my face because they were so hyped up.
Well, they even predicted the Super Bowl win at one point. Earl Thomas did.
Dude. Yeah.
So I was like, really? You guys going to get that cocky right now? Like, come on. There's a lot of football to be played.
Yeah, that's a little bit early to
and that was at the point where I was like, yeah, and I was at the point where I was like, oh, come on, New England, just one more shot at them. Because when we played them, I mean, played good for 3 quarters and fell apart in the fourth, but
the type of hype Lamar Jackson got, Jesus, God, dude.
Yeah, like he was going to surpass Brady and all sorts of
stuff.
And
Niners played him good on D. He still ran for a lot, but he didn't really kill it like he did all year.
Yeah.
But man, I'll tell you what, they went into that Titans game just like they had already chalked that up as a win. Honestly, like they just went in there.
Yep. How do you do that? I don't know. Like you got to take every freaking opponent serious, and
they didn't. Man, they were just looking right by them.
Fell right into the trap. They believed their own
hype.
They
were just very cocky all year.
Yeah.
What's why can't I think of the running back right now for the Ravens? Came from the Saints.
Oh, Jesus. I'm blanking.
Alabama kid came from the Saints. This is his first year with the Ravens. But like every presser, he was so cocky and just like hyping Lamar Jackson up. And Tennessee came out. I was watching that game and I couldn't believe what I was watching. 14-0 with the quickness.
Mm-hmm. Mark Ingram.
And Mark Ingram. Yep. And they just couldn't come back from it. And Lamar Jackson, man, the moment was bigger than him, and he was rattled and he wasn't making throws. He was just sailing everything. He looked like shit, and they played like shit. They were just way too overconfident. Thought they had a dub in the bag, and well, they're at the Pro Bowl this weekend.
How many Pro Bowlers went? How many did they have go?
Like 11, I think.
Oh, was that meme you posted? Hey, good news, Ravens.
Yeah,
all these guys are going to be there.
And then the Niners social media sent out a meme that was like, bad news, no 49ers will be attending the Pro Bowl game this year.
Oh, did they really?
I was like,
awesome.
That's so good. Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Sweet. But
wow.
Yeah, so then you get to the playoffs, and then it's just like, Niners were called pretenders all year, and the Vikings, a huge game over the Saints. I mean, I watched that game, and holy shit, they're the Saints go again. They just didn't win the big one again.
My boy Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, dude, he had a game.
You like that?
He lit it up. And then after that game, the Vikings were very hyped. Like, this is a good test for the Niners. I don't think you're going to see the Niners, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? They just went out and they just put it to them. I think they held Dalvin Cook, who ran all over the Saints. Mm-hmm. I don't think he had 30 yards rushing. Like it was nuts. I think as a team they had less than 50 yards rushing against the 49ers. First drive, Vikings.
Let's see.
Picked up a big first down, threw to the same cornerback, the cornerback opposite Richard Sherman, and then scored a touchdown on a nice play to Stephon Diggs. But the Niners quarterback really blew that play. And right there was a decision was made. They were pulling Ahkello Witherspoon, and they were putting in Emmanuel Mosley to now be the starting cornerback opposite Richard Sherman. So Niners took no time. They made that adjustment, and after that, it was basically a wrap. Like it was over. And then a story comes out after that game, like, the Ahkello Witherspoon, who basically got benched, said to special teams coach, "Hey, I want all Emmanuel Mosley's snaps on special teams. He needs his energy and to play defense." So it's like this. That's why I keep telling you and kind of everybody that I can legit talk football with. Like this Niners team it's different. Like there's no egos on the team. Right. There's no big shots. Lynch and Shanahan just got it instilled in this locker room. Like it's a different feel. And then the last two games, like Kittle got, I think the last two games combined, maybe got 3 targets. Emmanuel Sanders really didn't get much. And none of these guys, go to the sideline bitching about stats, targets, I want throws. They're in, they're all in on the team mentality. We want to win. And it's really like, man, it's just something different. This day and age, it's different.
I like to think that Wes Welker brought the Patriot way there.
I'll tell you what, dude. He was a big help. He's the wide receiver coach. Mm-hmm. He's a huge help.
Yeah.
From the podcast I listened to, big help this season. And then picking up Emmanuel Sanders, a vet.
Oh, that was huge.
Wide receiver. It was almost like on the other side of the ball, bringing Richard Sherman in for that vet.
Yeah.
Like obviously he's still a stud and can do it, despite what all the experts say. Blah, whatever. But just having that kind of experience in the locker room on this young group of kids, like I'll call them kids, like you can't, like that's invaluable. And that's what I think that's what Wes Welker brought to the team, and bringing in Emmanuel Sanders. Like that's exactly what he did to these. All the receivers besides Emmanuel Sanders are like third year max draft pick. Deebo Samuel's a rookie this year. And he's right now. He surpassed Emmanuel Sanders. He's wide receiver 1. Debo has, man,
some great draft picks. Jesus,
they killed it. They killed the draft last year.
And and to step in right away and make a difference is amazing.
Like I watched all the preseason games that were televised that I could. Mm-hmm. They drafted, and watching the draft, they take Bosa at 2. It's like it was always like the Niners way that, okay, you're taking best player available. With a few exceptions, if you don't need that position, then obviously you're not going to take it. Best player available at that time was Nick Bosa. Drafted him, and it was like you can almost feel like he's going into a 4-12 team. How pumped is he? Then like preseason, injury, like he's not practicing a lot. It was like I'm just thinking like, yo, what? Because I remember Joey Bosa when he got drafted to Chargers, he had some, I don't know if it was injury or just they didn't get a contract nailed out early. Like it took a while to get that contract. That's what it was. It took them a while to get a contract nailed out. And I'm just like, fuck. This number 2 pick, like what the hell's going on? And he played like first couple games, played good. But man, obviously I don't even need to explain how insanely crucial he's been. The whole D line's just it's fun to watch, dude.
Yeah, they are. I mean, so much speed and so much, just talent across the board. It's crazy. It's fun to watch for sure.
And like, yeah, Niners made the Super Bowl in 2013. Since then, let's be honest, they've kind of sucked since then. But since then, their drafts, right now they have, they traded for D Ford, but he was a first-round pick. Armstead, first-round pick. DeForest Buckner, first-round pick. Nick Bosa, first-round pick. Solomon Thomas, who comes in, he actually comes in to sub as a first-round pick. And, that's how they built this team on draft picks. Undrafted. They have a lot of undrafted free agents that worked out. It's been a fun ride to, man, the fact that they're going to the fucking Super Bowl is crazy, dude.
Yeah, congrats, man.
So fucking pumped.
I love this week too, leading up to the Super Bowl. It's so much fun. You got media day, and
I need to find the schedule and DVR stuff on NFL Network and shit.
Yeah.
I just want to catch everything.
Yep. Take it all in, man. You
Yeah.
never know when you're back again. That's the thing.
So, yeah. And then, okay, Vikings beat the piss out of the Vikings. And then it's, okay, Green Bay. Of course, week 12, killed, absolutely
right,
wrecked them. But Green Bay didn't lose a game since that week 12.
Right. And Aaron Rodgers said, next time we play them, we'll be ready.
Right.
So let's not forget that.
And it's like, you got to believe it because it's Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Absolutely. I was a little nervous going into that game. I'm like, I don't know, Curry.
I've never been an Aaron Rodgers hater. As a matter of fact, the last Super Bowl the Steelers were in, Green Bay, you of all people know how much I cheered for fucking Green Bay to beat the Steelers. So I was a big Aaron Rodgers fan for that, dude. I was so pumped on that.
Yeah.
I remember exactly what I was doing that day. I had a paintball tournament in New York. An indoor paintball tournament in New York. We were traveling back through the snow, like it was just shitty, listening to it on the radio, and the guys I was traveling with was a father and two sons, and it was me, and they were all like, I wouldn't say huge football fans, but their team was the Steelers. So just like, come on, hey, please win this shit. But so you always have that Aaron Rodgers factor, and of course all the experts were, it's going to be a different one for the Niners this time around. It's not going to be the same game. I remember this goddamn Kyle Brandt on NFL Network. Do you remember he did the whole pump up speech before the Eagles play the Seahawks? He did the Wolf on Broad Street bullshit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You have to go back and watch it unless you've never seen Wolf on Wall Street.
I've never seen it, but I know what clip you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Leonardo DiCaprio. Inspirational speech.
Yeah.
So he did that.
I'm not leaving.
Shit the bed. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Shit the bed on that.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Then he does the speech. Green Bay. They got a better quarterback than the Niners. They got a better running back than the Niners. They got better receivers, and they have a tight end who actually accomplished something. Oh, okay.
Right.
And then we know what happened. 27-0 at the end of the first fucking half. I think at that point, Rodgers had like 60 yards passing. And let's be honest, at that point, shit, it was over. It was a wrap.
Yeah. Well, I kept saying it's over, and you're like, not yet.
I know. I don't want to be that guy, and I know you're like, in my heart, I'm like, I know it's over, but it's like, I don't want that to jinx me.
Right. You're probably ready to kill me when I said that.
Second quarter, starting running back Tevin Coleman, who killed it against Seattle or the Vikings. He had a great day. Kind of like pretty much cemented himself as RB1. Came out against Green Bay running great. And then one play, he actually busted for a big play. But like going to the ground, how you just naturally, brace your weight, your body. He separated his shoulder on that play. At first, it looked like maybe an elbow or wrist. Didn't know. Like it must have been serious. They brought a stretcher to take him off the field with a separated shoulder, dude, or a dislocated shoulder. Is what it was. So that was some serious pain. All right, next guy up, Mostert, who throughout the year, like I've seen a lot out of him, and he all year long he was averaging over 6 yards a carry. And we all saw Breida killed it at some points. Mostert killed it. Tevin Coleman killed it. And man, Mostert took that and literally took that and ran with it, because he just fucking what a running performance, dude. 220 with 4 touchdowns.
Unreal. And
there's only one rushing performance in the playoffs to ever top that, and that's Eric Dickerson.
Wow.
I think he ran for 250. 250 or 260 he ran for. That's elite, Eric Dickerson, elite running back. And then, of course, like after that game, the huge, like every sports show was just talking about the whole story of Mostert, which I had
Journeyman.
already known.
Yeah.
I'd already known. He played a lot last year and played well. And I'm like, dude, he's running good for just literally a nobody. And then they break down his NFL career. He gets drafted by the Eagles, which is just pure irony because we hate the fucking Eagles.
Ugh.
And I want to say, I think it was 2015, cut by the Eagles and the next 5 teams that he played for.
I was going to say 6 total, right? Before
Niners. 6 total. Eagles, I don't know that. I know it's Eagles, Browns, Jets, Dolphins, Ravens, I believe was in there. And he said the biggest like gut punch, like he was brought into all these teams as a special teams guy. And even at with the Niners, he came in as a special teams guy because he went to Purdue, ran track super fast. Had limited success last year at Purdue, but when you go down those 6 teams that cut him, he had 0 NFL carries for all those teams. None. They didn't even give this guy an opportunity.
That's
and
unreal.
Shanahan saw it last year and was like, try him out. Last year, I think they didn't have Tevin Coleman. They traded and they free agent got Jet McKinnon from the Vikings, and the last 2 years now, he hasn't played at all since they signed him. So it's like, fuck. It's like almost a lot of. I see it as wasted money, but that's what happens. That's how it goes. So it was Breed and Mostert pretty much, and he did well last year, but this Green Bay game was just like it was a different story. He runs, and he don't get all the credit, but just the whole the Shanahan playmaking, the play calling,
genius.
He's a dude. He's an absolute wizard.
Yeah.
The run, the block, even the blocking schemes are very detailed. Everybody knows who they're gonna block at the next level. It's just like, it's like watching. Like I said, he's like a conductor, dude. He's just watching his orchestra work. I think one of these experts said it really good. Like besides quarterback handing the ball off and the running back running the ball, the other 9 guys are blocking and they have their assignments. And dude, the Packers wanted nothing to do with Mostert. They wanted nothing to do with tackling him that day. And he's a patient guy too. Like he'll slow it up and wait for a hole to open up and just
kind of like Bell.
Turn it very much like Le'Veon Bell.
Yep.
Like, he was always seen as, he's a patient runner. He hits the hole, but Mostert does the same thing. And I think he averaged 7 yards that day. And the whole second half, the Packers knew it was a run. They knew they were running it. So even knowing every play was a run game, was a run play, still average over 7 yards, I think, or over 6 yards, which is crazy. And then they incorporate Debo to the run game, wide receiver, jet sweeps. He absolutely trucked Green Bay safety, and he tripped him up with he just kind of tripped him up on the play, and Debo lost his balance, or he would have taken that house. He would have taken that to the house for probably a 60-yard TD. But man, it's been a hell of a year. And then I see clips from that game. Mm-hmm. It's like Kittle on the sideline talking to Emmanuel Sanders. They're talking Kittle goes, you ever have a game that you never caught a pass? And Emmanuel Sanders no, I don't think I did, but you know what? Let's just keep blocking. They don't care. Right. And then there was a conversation with it was Mostert, and I think it was Emmanuel Sanders. Mostert's hey, this running's gonna really open passing game for y'all. And he's like, man, I don't even care. Keep running the ball. I'm going to keep blocking for you.
Yeah.
So it's like a very unselfish team that, they're all in for that end goal.
Yep.
And I don't know. I don't remember any team like this. It's like, it's something else.
It's coaching and the culture there now. I mean,
it's the top down, dude.
Yep.
It's the top down.
Yep.
After Harbaugh went out, they went through some pretty shitty coaches. Like it was almost it was kind of a shit show. Like, yo, Jed York, what are you doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
You got rid of Harbaugh, who absolutely turned the franchise around. Like, I'll forever be grateful for Harbaugh. I'll always be a fan of Harbaugh. And then when they made the Lynch signing, like they get Trent Baalke, got rid of him. They kind of cleaned house. Okay, John Lynch. I didn't see that coming. I know of John Lynch. I know he's a stud player, and at that point he was an announcer. And then they got Kyle. I think they got Kyle Shanahan, like maybe even the same day it was announced. Like, all right. And you can just tell, like, Jed York's like, it almost was like, all right, enough's enough. Time to bring this franchise back. And this season was just like a culmination of those two pickups, the coaching staff, the draft picks, the free agency, the trades midseason. Fuck, man.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. So now it's 1 week away today. Chiefs in the Super Bowl, man.
Damn.
And man, are the Chiefs pretty? I mean, they're hyped up. Obviously, they have a killer team. I think the Chiefs were more hyped up last year. Like last year, it was Mahomes.
Yeah. Yep.
Now Lamar Jackson took that role over this year, and it was all hype about Lamar Jackson. But the Chiefs are in there, and I'll tell you what, man. I watched those playoff games. I cannot believe the Texans. They should away a 24-0 lead.
Unbelievable.
I cannot believe they did that.
I was telling you, if I'm coaching that team, we're not blowing that lead. I'm telling you right now, it wasn't going to happen. It's just there was a lot of bad coaching there.
I'm just like rolling my eyes, shaking my head. Like, how do you blow that, bro?
Terrible time management and everything else. I mean, the coaching is bad.
That comes down to coaching, dude. That's coaching. When
absolutely.
Your team puts you up 24-0, that's a coaching error, or many errors.
Yep.
And then, all right, next they got the Titans, at Chiefs again, Chiefs home field. Titans come out the 14-0 lead, and then they blow it.
Well, they extended it even to 17-7, I believe, and wasn't it 17-0? No, maybe not.
It could have been. I mean, regardless, at one point it was it was a 2-touchdown lead. Like,
yeah, and man,
what are you doing? That, and when I didn't watch much of that game, but I did see obviously Mahomes rushing TD right before half. Man, I've never seen a team that didn't want to tackle somebody as much as that.
Yeah,
we're talking a QB. His escapability is awesome, but he don't have speed like a Lamar Jackson. He don't have speed moves like a Lamar Jackson.
Right.
And he broke like 5 arm tackles.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
They weren't setting the edges at all. They were just letting Mahomes go around the corner every time.
Like, that was a
coaching error there also. I mean, Vrabel's a good coach though. He's a lot better than Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien, I was telling you, he should have been yanked at halftime from that game.
When I see those two games, man, and sure, they were tested very early. Like, we're talking first quarter leads, and then it was like it was over after that.
Yeah.
But bro, they weren't tested. Those last 3 quarters was almost a breeze. Like I see that some of the Niners games they had this year, and Shanahan talks to them like, hey, just think of this as a playoff game. And they had a lot of them this year, a lot of hard games. And those, I just think the way they rolled over those two teams in the last, at least half of a game, I don't know, man. If they give up an early lead to the Niners, Niners aren't giving it back like those two teams did.
I don't believe so.
That ain't happening.
And the thing with you guys are so fast on defense. So I think you're going to match up well against, the receivers like, Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, and Kelsey. I think you guys can be able to guard them.
They talk about, they're the fastest. And I guess down to the analytics, like speed wise, they're the fastest in the NFL. The Niners are literally second fastest by 1/10 of a mile an hour. So
wow.
They're very par for,
Yeah.
And that's one thing that, they talk about the Niners 3 running backs, and they're all 4-4 running backs. They're all fast as shit. So like Shanahan picks up guys not based on like, oh, he killed in college or whatever. Like, he's fast, and this is, he differs from this guy a little bit, and this guy's a bigger body, but they're all fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just plugs the abilities into what holes are necessary. They're looking for. I just, and I know it's going to be a big test. But man, I got all the confidence in the world of this team. And I think after that Seahawks, we didn't even talk about the Seahawks game, but that stop on the goal line there.
Oh man, Hollister.
But
less than an inch away
by a rookie linebacker, Dre Greenlaw. After that one, I'm like, you know what? I said, I don't think the Niners are going to lose another game.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
And then they had that bye week, and they got back. Quan Alexander, who went out with a pectoral tear, like early in the season. D Ford, edge rusher, who they got, ironically, played for Kansas City last year. And Jaquaski Tart, they're one of their safety. And their first game back was against the Vikings, and it was like, holy shit. Those 3 guys back really, really made a big difference. Like their already really good defense was like just bolstered even more. Like best defense, Patriots slid off a little bit at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, which pretty much gives the Niners like the best defense in the league at that point, but especially during the playoffs. And I saw a stat the other day, like, the last teams that had 55 or more sacks going to the Super Bowl, every one of those teams won the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think back to like, last time the Niners were in the Super Bowl was against the Ravens, who had a crazy good defense. And man, defense wins championships. Ain't no lie about it. So I hope this holds true, and the running game's good. And man, if they need Jimmy G to go out there and sling it, he's going to sling it. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, he can get it done.
He's way overlooked. Obviously all the talks. Here's one of my pet peeves of these, these sports shows. Like, the matchup is Mahomes against Jimmy G, and Jimmy G don't got a shot against Mahomes. Like, you know how football works, right?
Yeah.
Like,
he has to go.
They're not going to be on the
defense?
field. They're not going to be on the field at the same time. So that's not a matchup. First of all, it's like, all right, just keep discounting us. I like the underdog role because
absolutely
been doing it all year.
Yeah,
all year long. So I think last I saw, Chiefs are 1.5 favorite.
Okay.
But man, I got no doubts. I got no doubts about this team.
So what's Super Bowl Sunday look like for you? What do you do? What do you do
Super
to get
Bowl
prepared?
Sunday,
what are you going to do? Get up early?
So these last few games, actually, like every game that was national televised, I watched it by myself in my, my own domain.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, Niners fan, I'm not that lucky. Most of the games are not primetime or televised or Monday night, whatnot. So I watched at my buddy Heise's house because he has a ticket. But the last 3 weeks, 3 games, I like to watch games solo, dude.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Same way.
I like to be pissed off by myself, and I'll be loud and cheering and obnoxious. But every year, we do a super bottle share.
Super bottle share.
Yeah.
Okay.
So craft beer, we get together and pop just ridiculously good and rare craft beers and share it. Have a whole spiel, a whole deal. Food, great beers, Super Bowl. And that's not going to change this year. Going to Heise's house, going to do the super bottle share, but it's like as I think forward to that, I'm like, oh man, I'd really like to be by myself to watch this game.
Oh, you're going to watch it at Heise's?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I thought maybe the super bottle share would be moved up to like noon or something. and then you go home around 5 and watch the game.
Oh, man.
Wow, I can't believe this. So Heisey, a Denver Broncos fan, right?
Denver Broncos fan.
All right, yeah.
Who like, I'm like, after the Niners, won against Green Bay, I'm like, yo, say there's some Denver ties in this Super Bowl, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Got Emmanuel Sanders from the Denver Broncos.
Right.
Former head coach who won the Super Bowls, Mike Shanahan, who was originally a 49ers assistant back in the golden days. His kid Shanahan now coaching. Did you happen to see the trophy ceremony at the NFC Championship game?
Sure.
Kyle didn't know about it. So they come up there. Terry Bradshaw got the mic.
Yes,
and
I
to
did.
present the award is Mike Shanahan.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Mike
awesome.
Shanahan's, he's saying a few, nice words to Jed York, and he's like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you deserve this. And Jed York's like, don't give it to me, give it to him, and points to Kyle. And then, father gives his son the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
They embrace. Like, dude, how cool is that?
Yeah, that's an awesome moment.
Yeah. So there you go. Jed York, like, don't give it to me, dude. This guy deserves it. So yeah, I'll be at Heise's. I mean, I'll be drinking the good craft beers, but
you don't want to be drunk though for the game.
I'm gonna be drunk. There's no way around these beers. You're getting drunk.
Oh man. No.
But I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna pay attention. I'm still gonna be obnoxious and loud and annoying. That's not gonna change.
Right.
But my attention level to everything else is going to be nil. It's pure focus on the game.
So you have
it's like a week away, dude. I'm like nervous. Dude, I was nervous for the Vikings game. I think I might even said to you guys, I'm like, I can't believe how nervous I am for this. Like, I don't even know if I was this nervous on the driver's stand for a fucking A-Main and Nationals that I won. I'm just like nervous. And obviously I have no say in the outcome of this game, but
right.
That's, dude, that I'm a fucking diehard.
Absolutely.
And that's how it goes. Fully invested.
Wow.
And there are a lot of I see Niners gear. I just question come on, really, dude. And I was out grocery shopping the other day, rocking my Hot Boys hoodie, Niners linebacker core, Hot Boys, Niners hat, and I got my Bluetooth earbuds in, listening to the Niners press conference that day, and I'm just waiting for somebody to just try to call me out. Oh, you a fan this year, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Just being like a clown like that, yeah. Because Fairweather fans gonna listen to a press conference grocery shopping.
I love that stuff though. Press conferences, everything. I listen to.
Dude, they're so cool.
Yeah.
Man, they're awesome.
Yeah.
That's why I said I need to find a schedule for the whole week.
Yeah.
Catch everything.
Now, I wonder if the 49ers are doing anything like the Patriots last year. They started a Patriots network on YouTube.
Oh,
and it
shit.
was basically 24/7 stuff from the Super Bowl week. It was pure.
Ooh, that'd be so cool.
Oh, dude, it was great because
I'd be geeking out on that.
Yeah, they showed everything, like the media day and everything, and then they replayed it late at night and stuff like that. But it continuously went all night.
That's cool.
It was so hopefully I have to look on there and see if the 49ers have anything. And yeah, it was really neat though to see. I don't know. I just always took the first week off, like you probably did. You know, last week you had
not much.
There's nothing going on, but it was kind of like I'm taking a break too because you follow this team all year and you're really into it, you're passionate. So
like, I need a break.
Yeah, if you could take a vacation that week, that's great. Do that, and then you come back Monday, which is tomorrow, for media day, and you just there you go. You're off to the races all this week. There's going to be stuff going on every day, and you know they got Radio Row set up there at the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. You got all these talk shows going on and stuff like that. It's just a fun time.
Yeah,
you'll enjoy it.
The only thing, like, I think they got enough, just the way they've been all year, and you know they got a few vets. I just hope, like, you know, all the interviews are like, you know, what can these guys expect that haven't been there to Super Bowl? Like, it's a lot, and like the media obligations is the biggest thing.
Yeah,
like
absolutely,
it's way, and I just hope it, you know, they just keep themselves in check and shit.
Well, how many players do you have that been there? Do you know?
Because, like, I was at work the other day checking out. I'm like, yeah, let me look at the roster and see how old everybody is. So guys that have been there before: Emmanuel Sanders, 2 Super Bowls, won 1. Same with Richard Sherman. Was at 2, won 1. Joe Staley was at the 2013 Super Bowl. Man, and besides that,
and unless you could count
Jimmy G.
Yeah, you can count him in there. Even though he's a backup, he still went through the whole process.
He went through the whole thing, sure, yeah. And he's been interviewed about that a lot too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, now that you're a starter, what can you expect? Blah, blah, blah. So besides those guys, and maybe a guy here or there that was, you know, maybe a backup somewhere else, everybody's young on that team. Like I said, I was going through. And besides, you got Richard Sherman, Emmanuel Sanders, Joe Staley, another old line, and like a third string linebacker are guys over their 30s. Jimmy G's 28, and like the rest of the team is like 26 and younger. Very young team, which is like pretty exciting because, you know, the team's really good as it is at this youthful age. So it's like, man, I hope they're, you know, stick around there for a while. But this, just one of the last days of this week was broke out that Jed York, Niner CEO, is gonna fly every 49ers employee, including interns, to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
You know, to help get him over the hump.
Yep. Well, I mean, you know,
holy shit, bro.
And it's not only the team, you know, the team's getting to the Super Bowl, but it's all the people involved in the.
That's it, man.
Behind the scenes, you don't realize, like, the Patriots have this thing called they have a thing on YouTube, and it's, I forget what they call it now, where they show you behind the scenes of the Patriots and stuff.
Goes deep.
Like, all the people involved, equipment managers, the chefs, the front office people, the secretary, all these things, how busy people are during the year, not just during the football season, during the freaking year.
Yeah.
They're constantly busy doing stuff. And it's like finally get to reward those people is pretty cool, to send those people to Super Bowl that normally don't get the recognition like the team does.
Yeah. Yep.
And so that's really cool of Jed to do that.
Like, let's be honest, like, even just assistant coaches ain't getting recognition.
Yeah.
So when you break it down to, like, you know, equipment people and, you know, like you said, cooks and shit behind the scene. And the last thing I saw was, like, you know, number of employees and interns is like 1,500 ish.
Jesus. Wow.
That is, man.
And That's the thing.
Find me a team. Find me an owner that's going to do that, dude. That ain't happening.
Robert Kraft. That's the thing. Like, people like jump all over. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. You know how people jump on athletes? Oh, they make, all these, they make millions, and who gives a shit about this team or whatever like that. And you don't realize there's other people behind there that have jobs with the team that depend on a lot, of the success of the team, or just depend on the NFL running in general. Like, when you think of, let the players strike or whatever, or let the NFL shut down. When, there's people, how about the people that just work at the arena? A lot
of livelihoods.
Yeah, people that just work at these arenas. I mean, there's a lot on the line for everything. When,
there's a lot of underdogs behind the scene.
Yeah, and you really don't realize that until you watch something like, behind the scenes at whatever team. It's any team, NFL or an NBA or wherever. It's just like there's so many people involved. Yeah, they're not making millions, but without them, team's in trouble. So
it's a big machine with a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. So I always think about that, like when people trash, oh, they're just a bunch of millionaires. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people behind the scenes too. So.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when that story came out. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And I had you, like, after Sunday, I'm like, just to entertain it, I'm like, Gotti, look up prices for a Super Bowl ticket. Because I had one dude I was talking to. He's an Eagles fan, and he's like, man, I'll never forgive myself for not going to the Super Bowl. The Eagles won.
Right. Where they should have lost because 2 touchdowns should have never counted. But anyway,
very true.
Yeah, right.
And that's easy to say. That's super easy. Like, oh man, I showed it that game. But then if you actually you looked into it, and that was like what? We're talking upper.
Oh yeah, it was upper. You weren't getting in the lower.
You're at the lights, dude. You're at the lights for $4,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope. At that point, it was like, all right, I ain't going to Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it's heartbreaking to see those prices because you're just like, damn, you're a true fan. You've been a fan forever, the 49ers, and you can't go to this goddamn game.
Yeah.
I mean, we can.
It's really just out of the question. Yep.
If we refinance the house or something, but
right. Or Jason could be a friend.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
It's just unreal.
If I see him at the Super Bowl, we're fucking done.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that would be terrible. God.
So yeah, I'll be, just watch it from home.
Yeah.
Next year, Niners play at Jets and at Giants. So I'm like, you know what? I could have easily went to the Redskins game this year, and I'm sure those ticket prices are ridiculously cheap. But then it turned out to be like a nasty game. The weather sucked. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm all right. But I definitely would like to go to a Jets or Giants game.
I would love to make a game too, but every time I looked, it was like no ticket was cheaper than $250, and I was way up, And it's like, man, I need 2 tickets. So that's $500, and you need to travel there, and then you need a hotel room, or I could sit at home and watch it. And I'm like, I think I'm sitting.
You know what the real the hidden costs in that when you start thinking of prices, this that parking is absurd. It's absurd.
$75, I was told, to park at Patriots.
Yeah, and that's probably like at the minimum.
Yep.
A couple years ago, through my brother when he was still sprint car racing. One of their sponsored team is Legendary Pictures. They are also part owners of the Steelers. Niners played at Steelers that year. I'm like, hey, see if you can blah, 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 let me know. And tickets were like, it was a screaming deal. I'm like, all right. Got one of my buddies who's a Steelers fan to go. Went out there, tickets, and parking was included. The parking pass was like $90.
Wow.
And in Pittsburgh, like, unless you haven't been to Pittsburgh, you have no idea that, like, there's not a lot of real estate around there, like large sections, you know, like parking places and shit, because there's a ton of like bodies of water, rivers, you know, Three River Stadium. So this parking pass was like literally, I could have hit the stadium with a baseball. We were that close. The tickets were dope.
Yeah.
Like that was my first and only NFL game, Niners game.
Wow.
And then they got fucking beat up by the Steelers. It was like, fuck. That was still like, Kaepernick days.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, fuck, they got beat up. But I will say this about Pittsburgh. I do hate most of their fans. That ain't a lie. But, yeah, I'm rocking a Anquan Bolden jersey. You know, Red Niners jersey. And there was actually more Niners fans there than I thought. And, you know, we're like, high five or, you know, acknowledge each other. But the Steeler fans were very respectful. Didn't hear a word.
Really?
Didn't hear a word.
Wow.
Yep. Quite opposite of Philly. And that's not urban legend. That's a real deal, Philly fans. Because I know too many people that have been to games that can support that shit. Like, yeah, they're assholes. Like, ain't no way I'm going to I highly doubt I would go to an Eagles game wearing Niners shit. I just wear whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to deal with, you know, I ain't getting beer poured on me and shit, dumb shit like that.
Fights or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. But no, Pittsburgh was cool. And another, like, as we're like walking to go to the stadium, I forgot they had that year, the Steelers had Mike Vick as a backup QB.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was not expecting that many fucking protesters for Mike Vick. I was like, oh shit.
Damn.
They line this one block up with protesters. I'm like, holy shit. I forgot about this. It didn't even register that this might be a thing. And it was a thing, man. Holy shit.
And it still is.
They're here. Yeah. And still is. Like,
he tried to, I forget what he was doing, and they protested.
Pro Bowl captain.
Oh, that's right.
Pro Bowl captain. And I saw him today when he got interviewed. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Because there was they were trying to protest that shit. Like, okay, I get it. I'm an animal lover.
Oh yeah. I mean,
you're a piece of shit if you do that.
Absolutely.
Hands down. Like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. You know what? He got a sentence. He did it. He paid his penalty. He
didn't try to get out of it or nothing.
No. He did his time. He did what was sentenced to him. And he took it like a man. And that's more than I can say for a lot of other pro athletes that go through you name it. You list the name of bullshit. Like, and he's still getting it. Like, yeah, he's always going to be linked to that, but it's like, and I see like friends that talk shit about it, and I think to myself, man, I really want to go in here and not defend him, but kind of just be like, yo, he fucked up. He knows he fucked up, but you know what? Judge gave him this, and he did it.
Yep.
And you know,
and he's giving back.
What are you gonna do?
And he's giving back to the like SPCA and stuff like that. So,
like, I know there's I forget who the hell he was. It was a Tampa Bay wide receiver, and he ended up literally like he was driving and hit a pedestrian and killed a person. And of course, obviously, he's an athlete, so preferential treatment, blah blah blah. Dude did like less than 30 days. And I don't want to go on a dog's life isn't worth. I'm not saying that, but this guy ran over a human being, killed him, and he did less than 30 days. Mike Vick did his time, did his crime, did his time. Like, obviously, I don't condone it, but you know what? He's trying to be a changed guy. I don't know what to say. Like, I see people going on their rants, and I'm just like, I can't even deal with it. But yeah, Niners in the Super Bowl 54.
Well, best of luck, man. I'll be
Thanks,
definitely
man.
watching, and I think I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube. There's a guy on YouTube called let me just double check this real quick. I believe it's Jackson Kruger.
Okay.
Not Freddy Krueger, but
might be relatives.
let me see. Just make sure I'm right here. Jackson Kruger.
And yeah, dude, I follow all the fucking social medias, like all the players.
Right.
I'm just, I'm completely engulfed in all that shit.
Yeah. Same.
So I was like, I can't get enough of it. There's a few accounts on, like Niner fan accounts on Facebook I follow. And it's just like, just give me the content, man.
Jackson Kruger Sports, and he recently did a film study, and the film study was, this is why Kyle Shanahan is an elite play caller, and he breaks down film and stuff. It's pretty good. So, if any listeners
I would like
out there,
to check that out.
Yeah, I do a lot of. I like watching a lot of film, and I like watching on YouTube a lot of these guys break down the film. Like if you don't understand formations and shit, they break it all down for you, and then they show stuff like this. Like Jackson shows games that just happened, and he breaks down
like through a pro's eye.
Yeah, and it's really good. Yeah, I love that stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, like randomly, I don't even know, maybe a year or two ago, randomly just get a friend request on Instagram. Somebody from California, I don't know who the fuck it is. Niners hat on, Niners gear. I'm like, fucking Adam, whatever. And we just like, lately, maybe go back and forth daily. And he's, I don't know if he's a playoff. He might have been at the Vikings game, but he goes to a lot of games. It's just like, we just go back and forth as Niner,
Yeah.
Like if you run into a Patriots fan that's as big as, into it as you are, it's like, bro, you don't know the guy, but you can just rattle off a conversation. Like no big deal. It's like,
yeah,
pretty neat. Yeah.
That's cool.
Some random guy from Cali. I have Niner buddies. So yeah. So yeah, man, this might be a long week to actually get to the damn thing. Like, God, it's a week away. 5 days of work.
Yeah. And then all
Sportsman shows at the farm show on Saturday.
On Saturday?
I think I'm gonna go to that. Yeah.
Right.
Dude, that's just a cool event to go to because all these, firearms dealers are there and you can just, you can handle product and be like,
you can shoot the guns off in the building and stuff?
That you can't do.
Oh, okay.
But you can like handle and be like, yeah, shit, if I had like, couple hundo or a million or whatever, yeah, I'd be getting this gun. Not saying they're that much, but like, yeah, you won't have to justify that purchase.
Right.
It's a pretty fun event. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You want to know where I'm going this coming weekend?
Where are you going?
Quite the opposite of what you're doing.
Oh, no.
I am heading out with Carrie and her sister to Puxatawny.
Oh my God! Why?
Because I want to experience Groundhog Day.
Jesus God! That's the second.
I heard it's a huge party, but so I want to go.
The first or second of February?
Second.
The Saturday, because the Saturday is the first. Wait, so you're gonna be out there on Super Bowl Sunday?
I'll be back by because they do it like 7 a.m.
Okay.
So I'll be back home. It's only 2 hours down the road, but so not even maybe.
No.
3?
No, that's like Pittsburgh.
No, Puxatawny?
Yeah, man.
Wait a minute, I might not be going now.
As far as I know, Punxsutawney's out there, dog.
All right, I'm googling this quicker
because I actually met I when I raced pit bikes, ran into twins that raced from Punxsutawney. But yeah, it does look like just a big, hey, here's a recent go party.
I might have made a mistake here.
A fucking groundhog.
Oh no, it's 3 hours and 8 minutes from here.
Okay, it's not quite Pittsburgh, but yeah,
167.
It's out there.
Damn, it is close. It looks like Pittsburgh's close. All right, Carrie, we're not going. That's a little too far for me. God damn.
I'm sure they got webcams for that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I always wanted to go, and then like it wasn't even my idea to go this year. But when Jamie, her sister, said, "Hey, let's go out there," I was like, "Man,
yeah, why not?"
I was like, I guess there's nothing going on. I leave Friday night. We're staying over there.
Yeah, like okay.
Staying over there Friday night, Saturday night, and then heading home Sunday. So I'll be back home by
shit.
Super Bowl for sure.
Super Bowl is 6:30 or 6:40.
Yeah, I'll be home late.
Yeah,
I'll be home by 3 or something like that. But I don't know. It always looked fun. Like I don't know. I'm a big Groundhog, Bill Murray Groundhog Day fan. I was always when that movie first came out, I was like, oh man, it'd be cool to go there, you know. And so I guess now it's like done at the fairgrounds or something over there. It's not really done in the town, but
in it, right.
Because like 30,000 people show up to this freaking thing.
Holy crap!
Just to see some groundhog. But
wow, that's a number.
Yeah, I just want to go and see what the hell it's like, and then
that'd be fun though.
Never go back again. But
say you were there.
Yeah, just say I was there, whatever.
Sure.
You guys can trash me on Facebook, whatever you want to do. But
take pics.
Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing, and then I'll come home, watch the Super Bowl, and go Niners. I'm definitely rooting for the Niners because of
Jimmy G, baby.
Jimmy Garoppolo, Wes Welker, Katie Sowers.
Feels great, baby.
I feel it's a nice story for Katie Sowers. I'm just busted.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the only kind
of surprising, right?
Yeah, I thought there was one on the Cardinals, but it's not. So
yeah. I found out about her maybe last year, and I'm like,
only female coach.
I'll give her a follow. So I follow her on Instagram. Like I said, she used to play like women's pro tackle football.
And she's the offensive coordinator assistant? Is that what that's?
Some shit like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some type of offensive assistant.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Kyle Shanahan, I so much respect for that dude. And like you said, like a wizard drawing up plays and stuff. And I know Belichick has a great respect for Kyle. That's why he gave him Jimmy G.
It's like, they really the last 2 weeks, Niners really didn't show much at all. It's been pretty damn basic. But that playbook got some some shit in it.
Listen, he's not going to show everything. So if he can get away with keeping that playbook at a minimum, he's going to do it. And
Emmanuel Sanders flea flicker for a touchdown this year.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Juszczyk didn't get much. He really didn't get much playing time because it was pretty much, a single back set,
right,
with blocking. So you throw, I think Juszczyk is gonna. He blew up like the Pittsburgh game. He went off. He had such an amazing game, and he makes big plays, man. He just they'll either hit him with a wheel route or motion him out into go 5 wide, and it's just a mismatch for somebody. And like Shanahan will dial it up, man. There's no doubt about it. And Robert Saleh on defense coordinator has just been like, honestly, that as amazing on offense, on defense as Shanahan's on offense. Like, fuck. And after last year, they were like, man, Saleh's on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Like,
and this year
doesn't look good for him. And this year it's like killing it. Browns interviewed him.
Yeah. I was like, oh no. And then he didn't get the job. And I was like, I messaged you right away. I'm like, well, you lucked out there. At least he'll be back.
And the guy they hired over him was, ironically, the Vikings offensive coordinator, who they just pummeled.
Yeah, I don't get it. But
and
it's the Browns.
You hear that, like, in the press conference, you'll hear like Sherman was pissed off because he didn't get that Browns job. Because, kind of like being proud of, his coach and shit. Yeah,
you want to see him advance.
But it's the writings on the wall. Like Kyle Shanahan was like, I'm actually kind of happy about it. He's like, 'cause I don't want to lose Robert Saleh. He's like, but he'll be a head coach one day. There's no doubt in my mind.
Right.
And you know what? Blessing in disguise that you're not a Browns head coach. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that organization just
literally give me 31 other teams and I'll accept it.
Hey, Josh McDaniels went out there and he had a list of demands. He wanted total control because that's what it's going to take is like a coach to come in there,
revamp,
right, and change the culture. Like if anybody could do it, it would have been Josh bringing the Patriot way over there, and they wouldn't allow him to have total control. So Josh was out. That was it.
Yeah,
they want somebody that can keep on a puppet string.
Right? Which says something about like you guys really you really trying to improve or no or what?
Yeah. So I don't know. I think what's going to be interesting next year is also for Dallas Cowboys because they hired McCarthy.
Yeah, man. You're right.
I mean, I want to see. That's a big hire for Jerry Jones. I mean, because that kind of McCarthy's a big name, so it's like, are you going to let McCarthy coach that team?
Yeah. Are you going to be Jerry? Or are you going to let him take? Yeah. Let him take over. You going to give him the keys of the car or what?
I mean, just let the dude run the team. I mean, and I didn't know this. Jerry Jones is the only owner. After every game, he has a press conference before the coach does.
Oh,
I mean, how?
That's kind of selfish. That's how I see it.
That shouldn't be like that at all. Not at all.
You shouldn't be getting the limelight. You already get enough limelight, man.
He wants it though. That's the thing. Like he needs.
He does.
He needs it. So that was a big hire for him. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Kyle Shanahan, Kyle returning to the Super Bowl. After being with Atlanta, losing that 28-3 lead. So I think there was a lot that he learned from that. He even mentioned it this week. So,
I listened to an interview with him. He basically broke down I won't say the entire game, but a lot of plays in that Patriots Super Bowl. Like that he dissected that game. Like, I wish I could have done this. Yep. I did this, but that didn't work. And I had this. I'm like, holy shit. You think this guy hasn't thought about this before? Like, man, he ain't trying to go in there and lose again, man.
No, that's the thing. I was going to say that to you. Like, he is prepared. So, and you're going up against Andy Reid. I mean, say what you want about his clock management, but Andy Reid's a great coach. So it's going to be a good battle. And, but we'll see what happens.
That's how everybody's like, oh, I hope it's a good game. I'm just like,
no,
man, I hope it's not a stressful game like last 2 weeks. I hope it's a fucking blowout.
Yeah. Total blowout by halftime.
Yeah. That'd be great. But
I don't know. It's going to be good though.
I know. Yeah. I know the Chiefs are excellent. I know they are, but we played so many big games and good teams. And obviously Mahomes is a stud and Jesus, everybody's gargling his nuts with good reason. He's awesome, but let's calm, for real, I would be more afraid to go against Russell Wilson, dude. I feel he's because he's been there before. He's experienced. Yeah. He's cool under fire. Like,
I was going to say that. Mahomes hasn't been there yet.
He's not like, I won't say he's not as fast as Mahomes, but man, Russell Wilson, even that Packers game, dude, the Packers hung on by the skin of their teeth against the Seahawks.
Yep.
Because they were coming back. And man, Russell Wilson didn't have a lot to work with this year. A rookie wide receiver. Every one of the running backs got hurt.
Yeah.
But it's just like
then they lose Josh Gordon.
Russell Wilson just trying to will his way to win a game by himself. It's just like, fuck, he's still despite what's around him, he's still always a factor.
He does make other players better. I mean, that's for sure.
He's something to watch.
I'm watching Hollister for Seattle doing good, and I'm like, God damn it, we got rid of Hollister. We could have used him as tight end.
He's been awesome this year. He killed the Niners the first game, dude. He went off huge.
Yeah.
There was one play, I forget who they played. Maybe it was Green Bay game, I forget. Like, Russell Wilson's all but sacked, right? There's just everybody converging on him. Hollister like releases from a block, and he's like 2 yards in the backfield. Wilson just like pitches it to him, picks up a what was a 3rd and 8. Like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. He just has an uncanny ability that, man, I don't think Pat Mahomes has that uncanny ability. He doesn't have the experience. I think he's the type to go out there and just, I'm going to try to win this, but I'm going to try to win this game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Which, man,
yep.
Oof. He can do it, but there's a different moment.
Well,
and he's going against a different team, dude. This defense is.
I'm impressed.
They're gonna get after him, and I hope they hit him. Send him a little message, beat him up.
Send it early, just hit him.
Because
legal, of course, but hit him hard.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hit him hard.
Just send him like.
Let him know we're here.
What Super Bowl was it? It was Ronnie Lott put a hit on Ickey Woods, Cincinnati Bengals.
Wow.
Yo, he came up, and Ickey Woods was a big man. He hit him like maybe a yard after line of scrimmage, and everybody, all the accounts for that Super Bowl was just like, that changed the game. Mm. That hit he came up and put on Ickey Woods just changed the demeanor. And you do that to somebody, it's
yeah.
Send that message and
get them rattled a little bit. So
get them rattled, get in their head a little bit. Yep. Sure.
All right. So
I'm excited, man.
Any score predictions?
Nope.
Okay.
Niners W, dude.
That's all you're gonna go with. Okay. Yeah. That's. Yep. Well, that's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah,
by 30. I don't even care.
Yeah. Yeah, 5-2. Who cares? That's good enough to me. But
if I can go to work Victory Monday, I'm happy.
Oh, how great would that be? You'll wait, dude. I'm telling you, you'll be energized for the whole summer. It's just amazing. You'll just be jacked up, and then you get all the gear. You can buy all the T-shirts and hats, and
I got a T-shirt coming this week. That one I showed you, like some like Bay Area based art place has a really cool shirt. That's what I'll be rocking.
Nice.
Yep. And then Quan Alexander sells the those like the Hot Boys hoodie I have. They're those hoodies are fucking nice. And he released another one for like limited edition Super Bowl, whatever, blah blah blah. Hot Boy University. I'm like, fuck.
Well, gotta order that.
I really want it, but I don't need it. I got so many black hoodies.
Yeah.
I'll just bite the bullet and keep this one. But yeah.
All right. Well,
so I'll be glued to all the interwebs and
all week.
Fox Sport 1 and NFL Network and real quick, that guy that Kyle Brandt, NFL Network, that did the Wolf on Broad Street, and then he did the Green Bay shitting on him. I showed you, like, he did this week on the show, he did like a rap about the Niners and shit. I'm just like, no, I will not sit here and watch you suck the Niners balls now. No, sir. I tweeted him.
Oh, you did?
Well, I replied to, it was a Niners Instagram account, and they posted the video. And I replied, actually it was Twitter. My reply tagged the account, and tagged that Kyle Brandt.
Oh.
I call him out. I'm just like, listen, if you go back and look for this video, he talks shit about Green Bay beating the Niners. Damn. We don't need that bandwagon.
Right.
Get out of here.
All right. Well, I'll be watching. I'll be rooting, of course, for the Niners. Jimmy G, Kyle Shanahan,
Jimmy GQ.
Yep.
We'll be messaging, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, sure. I won't bother you too much. Like, I know not to do that, but
yeah. And Jason will be like, "Yo, what? Was that a touchdown?"
Yeah. No, he'll be like, "What time you guys playing?" It'll be like 10:00 at night. Yeah,
when's Bigfoot coming out?
Yeah. I tried getting a hold of Jason tonight to see if he'd be on the show, but he's busy at the radio race. So
could have done. Yeah.
Those guys are probably celebrating Ryan Mayfield, the big win. I'm sure we'll talk about that next week on the Radio Impound podcast. This was chaos. So only episode 2. Hey, let me tell you, getting guests is next to impossible to come on the show. I actually had guests lined up, but I had 2 back down because they'd never been on a radio type show as it was put to be. And some were just like, yeah, you want to, I don't know. I don't want to do it, but I do have a buddy lined up that's from here, has exotic cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would love to get him on the show, but he's a real busy dude. He does a lot of work with stocks and stuff like that. And he's in New York a lot, but hopefully he could be on the show and talk about his Lambos and Ferraris that he has and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, episode 2. This was episode 2, and
I'll be a recurring guest. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say we got to have you back on after the Super Bowl, regardless of the outcome.
Sure, I'll be on.
We'll have to make time and get you on for that, and hopefully it goes well. So this will be the tie to Patriots, right?
Win with grace and lose with grace and win with class.
Yeah, there you go.
This would be number 6, buddy.
Damn.
I really want this.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't want the Chiefs to get it. I just not a fan of the whole Chiefs fan base. Let's just put it that way. They were putting Brady's jersey on the ground there before the playoffs and walking all over it. I'm like, okay, guys.
Fuck.
I wanted one shot out of them, but we couldn't get it done this year. No offense. Man, I got a cough going on. I think maybe I have some of that coronavirus. I have to take some Robitussin.
Beginning of the year, literally, I think I got it for New Year's Eve. I had a sinus infection, dude.
Oh yeah,
no, fucking sinus infection. I had to call off.
Oh, that's right. I remember
2 days. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was sick around the same time.
We just got our vacation, our personal time at the beginning of the year, and I'm like, fuck. The last thing I want to be doing is using it in January already.
Yeah, right. You need that for the end of the year.
Yeah. Or Monday when I'm hungover next Monday. Although it'd be like, if we win, obviously I'm going to be drinking. At the same time, if we win, I really want to go into work Monday and be like RVD, thumbs in the air.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
I've been telling you fuckers all year.
I hope that holds true for you, man.
Man.
I'm rooting for you. So I know how it is, man. You feel like you're part of the team, and
dude, been there, thick and thin. Anybody that tries to call me out on, I'm just like, look at my profile pic.
Yeah. Look at that photo I put up there not too long ago. Me and Carrie back in high school. I had my Lakers hat on, bro.
Lake show. Oh,
so
been I've been a Niners fan longer than you've been squirting, bro.
So, all right. Well, we'll get you back on the show after the Super Bowl for sure.
Sounds good.
And again, sad day in the sports world, and
still unbelievable, dude.
Not even just all.
It's crazy.
It's
gonna take I won't say all week, but it's gonna take longer than that. But it's just I don't even think it hit yet.
I had people messaging me all day and actually calling me too about it, and I was like, yeah. I mean, they knew I was a Laker fan since I was a kid, so it was really hard. And I can't.
He's just
go ahead.
He's just one of those guys that's like, love the team, hate the team. You gotta respect that player. He's just a different, There's not many of those athletes. He's a different one.
Yeah, I think Ernie said it best on my post too. Ernie posted.
I saw and I read it, and I'm trying to recall what it said, but
yeah, he was pretty spot on. Ernie said, "Tough one, Gotti. He was an incredible athlete and an NBA royalty. You could not root against him, but in the end, everyone loved him. True. Or no, you could root against him, but in the end, everyone loved him. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, absolutely. But." Yep. So, yeah, again, very sad news. Rest in paradise, Kobe and his daughter, 13 years old, taken way too soon.
Unfucking.
And I can't imagine what his wife and kids are going through right now. It's just...
Dude.
Yeah, terrible. So,
and then I think I sent you that video of it was a cool tie-in with the whole Kobe thing. Sherman, and he went down with the Achilles.
right.
Like, dude, and there's another storyline. Like, I watched a 10-minute video today. Like, you know how Sherman went from, oh my God, the villain. Oh, flashbacks for that forever. The pass to Crabtree in the NFC Championship game. The pass to Crabtree in the end zone. Sherman goes up and tips it back inbounds to be intercepted in the end zone. Like,
Ugh,
fuck.
heartbreaker.
Like, hate Sherman. Hate him. Then he's like,
hate him, but respect him. Yeah.
yeah. Talks, talks caution, talking to basically Seattle let him go after that injury. Mm-hmm. And becomes a 49er, and then is
welcome to the fam.
he does a video like, oh, it's me, Sherm. I'm in the Niners building. He's like, got a Niners hat on. He's like, swag on a trillion. He's like, I'll make up for the past few years. I know. Just trying to bring this team back. And it's like, man, just in a few short years. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's the cool storyline. Like, man, I would love nothing more for him because he has so many doubters. So many doubters that, he couldn't do it with, not being in Seattle. So
yeah, wasn't that video you sent me of Sherman talking about Kobe, getting a hold of
Kobe?
Him?
Yeah, got a hold of him. Because Kobe spoke well. Had nothing but nice things to say about Sherman and his character coming back from this injury.
Went through the same type of injury. I mean,
same thing.
Kobe blew out his Achilles and was able to shoot 2 free throws and walk off the court, and that was it for him.
And I saw Sherman tweeted in since Kobe's death, like, basic, I forget what it was verbatim, but it was like, just, can't believe it. Unreal.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So yeah, maybe Sherman will bring one home for Kobe.
There we go. Get it done. All right. So we'll have you on the show right after the Super Bowl. Then we'll get you on and talk about that, and hopefully it's a good show.
Yo, I'll get home and be hammered and like, let's fucking record.
Yeah, I know. It'll be like
we're
midnight.
Fucking doing it now. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to work tomorrow. We're fucking recording.
Well, I could do it. We could do it. That's not a problem.
And we're getting fucking Jason on here.
Good luck with that one.
So, 1 week out. Here we go.
Let's go. Go Niners. Get it done.
Go Niners.
All right. And we will catch you guys next week. I'm sure Jason will be talking about Mayfield's victory at Reedy. That will be episode 202 of the Rip
Yeah, we'll have to see where everybody else placed also.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'll take some time.
We'll have a week to figure those results out. It might take that long.
Yeah, I could never find the results. I don't know. It's just a mess. I just want an app, please. Give me an app. Live RC, give me an app. Huh?
Look at all these sports apps that have just scores and shit. Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, just give me an app. I mean, I'm sure there's not an app. I haven't checked in a while. There's not a Live RC app, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a mobile.
I don't know.
I think you type in liverc.com/mobile. But to make things easier for me, just give me an app, man. That way I could just check it. Or
it can't be hard to just like, I don't know how to do it because I'm not a computer geek, to just be like,
yeah,
here's literally the rundown from A main to whatever main.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah.
Copy paste results on an app or a website. Here it is. That's how easy it is.
Yeah. I guess
nobody does that. Oh, well, you got to go in Live RC and then click on races and then click on this race and then click on this class. No,
that's not what I want.
I want to go on a website, maybe a click or two, done. Here's the results. All right, that's what I was looking for. I'm out.
Yeah, 1 or 2 clicks and then scroll. That's all I want. That's all I want. Because sometimes I want to see where other guys like, oh, what happened to where's Max at? Where I scroll down here or scroll up or whatever. Right. So yeah, that's all. All right.
Yeah, where's Rob Sturgill? Where'd he place?
Yeah, I want to check. Scroll down.
Scroll down. Keep
down,
going. I didn't see his
down,
name
down.
yet. Oh, down. Double F main.
Ah. Okay, there he is.
All right, Sturgill killed it.
Yeah. All right, we'll catch you next time, and it'll be on Chaos too. So that'll be episode 3. I think Kirby's gonna be on Chaos more than
we're knocking him out.
You'll be on that one more than Ripcast.
Well, now they got Stitcher, or not Stitcher, but Skype. What a piece of shit program that is. Got that figured out.
Yeah.
So that'll be a little bit easier next time.
Yeah. I mean, I could call your cell phone direct too. It don't matter.
I'll try to be more frequent. Also, it depends what shift I'm working. So
yeah, it's tough scheduling.
I try to be on these because I love busting Jason's balls. So.
All right, man.
All right, Rip fans.
Well, thanks for listening. And again, lost a absolute legend today.
Absolute legend.
Don't forget that. Rest in paradise to Kobe and his daughter.
Yes, sir.
You're out.
See you on the next one. Go Niners. Be legendary. Let's go.